I think the best thing I can say this evening is that it certainly is an interesting room that that I'm standing in here this evening, and these certainly are interesting times that we live in. Only in this room is economic growth viewed as economic despair. Only in this room do private property rights only apply to generations of farmers and ranchers, but not to somebody who owns the hunting grounds they've used for 25 years. Mr. McDaniel continues to use, along with many others. Only in this room is a new significant tax revenue and tax-generating business seen as taking rather than contributing to the community. Only in this room is compromise, sensitivity, and consideration transformed into mistrust. Only in this room is a desire to help our community by offering to numerous law enforcement agencies the opportunity to train at our facility, outrageously described as bribery. Only in this room is a safe place to responsibly and professionally train children, women, men, the disabled, Boy Scouts, the 4-H Club, wounded veterans, and others vilified. Only in this room is a law enforcement training center accused of having bullets raining down upon the community that those same officers make safe every single day. Only in this room are responsible firearm owners supervised by law enforcement instructors and range safety officers some 50 feet below street level with the highest safety berms available, accused of preparing to shoot school children, school buses, oil tanks, natural gas lines, and every other potential target in the community. Only in this room are rural farmers and ranchers who engage in a constant barrage of gunfire on their own properties with very few observed burns, no sound protection, described by themselves as more responsible with firearms than a structured, safe, quiet, professional facility like SAFE. Only in this room is the use of the most sophisticated, sound-absorbing technology used today, right now, at this very moment, by the FBI, the Secret Service, U.S. Special Forces, Aurora PD, Denver PD, and many police agencies mocked as space-age technology whose effectiveness is supposedly unknown. Only in this room is small arms fire requiring a 330-foot setback from an eagle's nest in federal guidelines convoluted into the equivalent of blasting, which necessitates a half-mile setback from the nest. Only in this room do lawyers for the neighbors take out a thick book of federal guidelines and transform guidelines and recommendations into legal requirements. Only in this room is a location littered with oil and gas wells, suffering from immense truck traffic with a former nuclear power plant less than a mile up the road, and one of the biggest gravel mining operations in the region across the street, described as pristine. Only in this room is one of the largest gravel mining operations in the region, at nearly 300 acres, coming to this very same property, the Kurtz Ranch, in the next few years, whose sounds and activity will truly disrupt the community, and wildlife as well, ignored as if it wasn't about to happen. Only in this room are questionable wildlife conditions as a result of severe overgrazing, as described not by me, but by the Department of Agriculture biologists, as well as outside ecologists, denied with such ferocity that you'd almost believe it wasn't true. Only in this room is a commitment to improve wildlife conditions significantly and partner with the federal government in enhancing eagle hunting grounds, mocked and laughed at by the very people professing their love for wildlife and naming their group Save the Rain. This sure is an interesting room to be in.